really did some things well. Their press didn't bother us. We were shooting layups. This is the third game in a row. We have shot well over 50% in the first half. The trouble is, it's the second half. It's the turnovers. And no, the turnovers wouldn't have been as high if it had been a closer game. I'd kept my first group in, but those other kids have earned the playing time. They've got to learn how to handle situations, particularly at the point guard position. And that's where we get a little bit helter-skelter and we try to do things we're not capable of. I thought Pratchett in the first half was very, very good. And she's been that way for a number of ball games all year. I've just got to get her consistent. Every now and then she'll pull a Tony Romo, and she's just got to realize to just come in and realize you don't have to win it by yourself. Get the people set up that can do it. Bone had to go against a lot of size in there. She missed a few of the chippies that she's been making, but still, when you look at the numbers, 7 out of 13, 5, 6, 10, 4 offense, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 29 minutes. She's having that magical year for us. But her partner, Robin there, Batman and Robin, Bellick is just solid as can be. Bellick's got to cut her turnovers down. She's got to attack when we see that press. I want her to attack the middle and give it to Bone or give it to our 3 player who was open all night on that and let somebody else score. I thought the mid-range game, Courtney Walker and how she attacked the basket was outstanding. That's what she's got to do. She's got to learn how to attack instead of always settling back there for the jumper, letting the game come to her. She's a good player. She needed a game like this, and hopefully this is going to jumpstart her because we're really going to need this type of game when we go against Georgia. Mohammed is a heck of an athlete. Most of the time, Walker had her. And I don't think all those 9 baskets, but when we can hold the best shooter to shooting 35, 36%, we'll take that all day long. So 9 out of 24 generally is not that good, but the kid just jumps up. She gets good shots, but we didn't foul her. We didn't put her to the line. She's just a good player like we see every day in the SEC. Their little point guard did a pretty good job for them. But she didn't hurt us like she's hurt a lot of the other people. We did a good job on Alverson. That's her 3-point shooter, except for the one she shot out there by El Paso. And other than that, that's the only time that she really hurt us on that one. Questions?
Need a game like this, Gary, to just doubt the whole way, no let up really in the second. You mentioned turnovers, but just no let up and get to play a lot of your quote reserves, as you mentioned.
Well, and those reserves are next year's team. And that's what they've got to understand that. Value of possession. Sometimes you're open for a reason. That's how we got the lead in the first half. We were making 5 to 6 passes to score, and the bench wanted to score on 1 or 2 passes. But we'll work on that. That's why they're young. That's why they're 18, and that's why some of them start on the bench. But starting 5 played very well today. Little gave me some good minutes in the first half when she was playing with the first group. In the second half, she struggled on ball handling, but she's learning to play the complete game. Chelsea Jennings, I thought, came in and gave us some good minutes, and this was sort of her opportunity to move up in the rotation. She did some nice things in there. So let's just go back to the drawing board. We'll work on it. We got a week off. I'll be on the road recruiting for 3 days, find some people in SEC country, so I'll be back Wednesday night.
What has been the big difference in Kelsey's game so far this season as opposed to, say, last season?
Knowledge of the game. It's taken us a while for our kids to learn how to pass to her when she's open. And then she's just finishing better, and a lot of it's attitude. She knows it's what's the old book that we all had to read as 8th graders, Great Expectations by Dickens. She's had it ever since she was a sophomore in high school, a freshman in high school. And so sometimes it kicks in. So instead of making excuses, she's made things happen. She enjoys the pass as well. She works very well with the others out there. What I want her to do is when your best player becomes your hardest worker during practice, her game will even go up even more. And still, she's pretty close to being our hardest worker during practice, but I want her to be the best. And I think when her and Carla can get in there together, that tandem is very good. We got to exploit it more. But it's all attitude, and it's all about knowing that her career is winding down, and it's time for her to put up the numbers and to be the same type of players that Griner and Deladani and Skylar Diggins, all those kids that she's played with all her life. She's realizing it's her moment, it's her time.
So you're pleased with the way she practices, and she's almost there in terms of being the
She's
hardest?
almost there. She's still not quite my best practice player. Sometimes we rotate that around, but that's what you have to have, because she is my best leader. Okay, her and Pratcher are captains, but Pratcher's, she runs the team, but she doesn't run the team off the court. Bone does a pretty good job of that.
Anything else for Coach?
That's it.